YouTube, it's your boy Gedden, and I'm back with another ESG football update. This free-to-play game is looking like a banger. Let's get it. YouTube, what it is, it's your boy Gedden. Welcome, this is my GGC, Gedden's Gaming Corner, and I wanted to talk to you guys about ESG Football 25, the closed beta, and my impressions. And I am impressed. Let's go. Let's talk about it. But before I do, make sure you hit that like if you like the content. Make sure you subscribe. I got all types of content coming at you, so hit that notification bell on all. Let's get it. Let's talk about it. ESG Football 25. I'm very impressed of what this development team has put together, and I think in a short amount of time. We really don't know exactly when they started, but you know, ESG Football, it's going to be a free to play game. You could just download it. You don't have to pay any dollars to play it. But yes, Juresco, what he said was correct. There will be areas, a lot of areas where you'll put your money in and you'll buy cosmetics, and you could buy experience points so that you could rank up your player. More on that in a second. Bottom line, the game is a free to play game, and it really looks like the development team put all of their money, time, and efforts into gameplay. Mind you, the budget for ESG Football is a fraction of what Madden and NBA 2K has. So there will be some shortcomings when it comes to that. Also remember, what I played, the game is not complete. That means once it is complete, the game is just going to get that much better, and I'm fully confident that the game is going to get better from even when I played it. And when I played it, I had a hell of a time. It was super fun. I found myself being addicted to playing this game. So let's talk about how the rating system is going to work. So if you are rated like anywhere from 80 to 89, you're only going to be playing against other players that's from 80 to 89. You feel me? Just because you could go ahead and buy attributes, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a pay to win, because if you put yourself at the 90s, guess what? You're going to be getting rocked by people that are 99. And this game definitely has a learning curve. There's a lot to learn because this game is not Madden. I'm going to talk more about that as well. But this game is not Madden. So if you are a 90, you're going to play against other 90s. If you are a 60, you're going to play against only other 60s in this game. That's how the matchmaking is. Doing it like that doesn't alienate gamers to force them to buy attributes. You could literally do it the free way, unlike NBA 2K. Let's talk a little bit about the game modes that they have. They have a program area where you can go onto the field and you can link up with other players, 4 total. So you can have 4 users versus 4 users with a 7 versus 7 format, and all those extra spots was held by computer players, CPUs. And I gotta say this, that there's some NFL names of retired players that's associated with ESG, and some of them will surprise you. I'm gonna leave it at that. And another mode that you could play is 7 versus 7, one user versus the other user with their created player. You have your player that you created, whatever position he is, and you could click onto him or click off of him. I thought that was a nice addition as well. That mode I was very addicted to. It's very competitive. It's definitely very, very, very fun. And that brings me to gameplay. The gameplay is hella fun. Yes, it's simulation, but it's fun at the same time. It's a great balance that the developers put through on this game. They did their thing for real. And again, this is just the closed beta. It's only going to get but better. When I say it's simulation, of course, you're not going to catch on fire. You're not going to run off a wall. You're not going to, like blitz the league. You're not going to go out there and break somebody's bones on purpose and stuff like that. That's not the case. It's a simulation game. So you have a plethora of animations and interactions. Yes, already they have a ton of different interactions on the offensive and defensive lines. Even player movement without the ball was pretty good. Even with the ball, they had some animations that I've never seen in a football game to this day. They had a ton of tackle animations, some brutal, some tackle animations that are, it's like it's taking a different approach to whatever we've been seeing in the last 20 or so years. It's such a breath of fresh air on how this game was made and how it looks. I thought it was all welcoming. It let me know that they put all of their budget and all of their skills, time, and effort into gameplay. They don't have to say it. You will see it once you start playing the game. So let's go even deeper into gameplay. I created a quarterback, free safety. Remember, fellas, you're gonna have to make two-way players. Yeah, you could try to make a all defensive player or a all offensive player, but they gotta play both sides of the ball. You can't just toggle a word and make that player a quarterback or free safety. No, you have to give them the skill sets and you have to give them the attributes to do so. So when I created my quarterback, I gave him 2 quarterback skill sets and 1 defensive skill set and speedster to make him faster. That already labeled me a quarterback and a free safety. I thought that was dope because that's exactly what I wanted to create. That's just to let you know that these guys know football. So when I took the field and started playing with my quarterback, throwing the ball is definitely a learning curve because you have to have your feet set. You can't necessarily be under a whole bunch of pressure, and you actually have to have a clean pocket because you have to gather your steps and throw the ball. Unlike, say, something like Madden, where you really don't have to have any of those things. You could be kind of like running around and throwing darts all over the field. In this game, it's all about teamwork. So the better your offensive line, the better your quarterback is going to be. Just like real life. And when you throw the ball, because I actually had a quarterback, it was a big difference. Like, the ball actually had a lot of trajectory behind it. Other players that were not quarterbacks, you could clearly see they throw the ball much slower. Also, when you throw the ball down the field, it's not necessarily tethered to the defense if you're going to throw an interception or the offense to get a reception. You literally throw the ball in a area and it's up to the wide receiver to run to that area and catch that ball. It felt very free. It felt very organic. Again, this game is a physics-based game, not a game like Backbreaker where it's 100% real-time physics. This game is physics-based and you could definitely feel the difference. And that's why I say it feels a lot like NBA 2K. With that being said, throwing the ball, running the ball, throwing the screen, doing play action, playbooks are extremely deep. When I say extremely deep, I mean it. I really mean it. It really reminds me of old school NFL 2K5, All Pro Football 2K8. If you were creating your playbooks and you could just look at all those plays, that's what it kind of reminds me of. It's like every single play you could think of, and this is 7 versus 7, mind you. It's there. They have all these plays. It's dope on what they've accomplished and what they could do. And let me tell you something, it really depends on your personnel, how much time you get in the pocket, and the defense that you're playing is very realistic in that aspect, and it's very deep. And again, there's a learning curve with that. I can't wait for you guys to play it and come back so that we could chop it up and talk, or we could get some games in. Let's go. But yes, the playbooks are extremely deep, both on the offense and the defense. And mind you, again, when you're playing this game, you have to remind yourself, this is not Madden. Luckily, I don't have all that muscle memory that Madden gave to so many people because I don't like playing Madden. But this game is definitely not like Madden. It's not. It feels a little bit like it, but for the most part, these are 2 separate games, and you'll learn. I'm not going to say that the game was flawless or the internet connections were flawless. There was some lag, there were some bugs, there were some issues that I know the developers will take care of because they even told us some of these bugs. But again, you got to expect that. It's a closed beta. But yeah, so that wraps up my impressions of ESG Football 25. If you have any questions, if I left anything out, let me know in the comment section below. And you know what? That's all I got. This video is long enough. If you stuck through until the end of this video, yo, please hit that like. Come on now, hit me up with a subscription. You know you already want to. So let's get it done. That's all I got. That's your boy Geddon. This is the GGC, and I'm out of here.